Don't dream big, think big. Don't think about staying at this level forever. Think about that growth target that you have and then think bigger than that. Our goal is to get to the point where we are almost outpaced by the growth of our business. And when that happens, you better have been thinking big. Strategy is a plan. People get intimidated by this big word and think, I'm not going to do strategy. I just have to look at what's in front of me. But if you're just responding to what's in front of you, all you're doing is reacting. And what you need to be, especially in marketing your business and generating sales, is be proactive. So get a calendar. Take out a calendar and take a look at the weeks that are left in February, the weeks in March, April, May, what's happening in the industry, what's happening in national holidays and events, what's happening in your consumers' lives, your buyers' lives that you can speak to, and plan what you want to do and work back your preparation plan from there. That's strategy. When you think about business strategy, some people often think it's a lot of planning, 3 or 4 weeks of drawing out graphs and Gantt charts. No. I employ a technique which I like to call driving the truck while you're building it. Until you start trying things, you often don't know what's going to work or what's not going to work. And from time to time, like now, you're performing triage. The situations have changed very rapidly and you need to take action quite rapidly. So you don't have time to think about it for 3 weeks. You have to sit and make a focused short-term plan and then start executing on that short plan so that you can learn what's working, what's not working as quickly as possible. So don't worry if you don't have your 3 to 5 year business plan for what's going on right now, because most people don't know exactly how it's going to pan out anyway. What you have to do is your short-term actions that will help the mode that you're in right now, and assess as you go which parts of the truck you need to build out further. Maybe you're launching a new business, or maybe you're shifting into a new market. What can you do in order to break into that and penetrate that new market more rapidly? One of the techniques which I highly recommend is validation, third-party validation. And in our industry, there are lots of industry bodies that you can use to try to achieve that validation. For example, you can become a member of the Women's Jewelry Association. Even if you're a man, you can become a member of the Responsible Jewelry Council with an eye towards becoming certified eventually. You can join various industry bodies, maybe AGS. You have to do your research and figure out which one is appropriate for you. But the validation that you have invested the time and the money to be a member in those industry bodies is going to give you a validation to people that don't know you, that you are a part of this industry and you are participating with the community. So third-party validation is very important in order to have people understand that you're someone that perhaps can be trusted, or at least be given the benefit of the doubt and open the door. I am here to tell you to think big. Don't dream big, think big. Our goal as people who launch businesses and grow businesses, or launch divisions, launch brands, our goal is to get to the point where we are almost outpaced by the growth of our business. And when that happens, you better have been thinking big all the time, all the run up to that. Don't think about staying at this level forever. Think about that growth target that you have and then think bigger than that. If we do reach a hockey puck and we have exponential growth, who is going to come in order to help us fulfill that demand that we've worked so hard to create? You have to think bigger than even your likely goals so that your ears are always out for the team members, the skill sets, the suppliers, whatever it is you're going to need in order to fulfill the demand that you've created. Hi, Elle Hill here. Do you want to learn how to get on the phone with any buyer that you want to work with without an introduction or a referral? Click to get the downloadable that we've made for you that you can start using right away and will be really useful for your business and growing your revenue. Let's talk to you about the way you you should behave if you're a small to medium enterprise versus a big business. Okay, at Hill & Company, we work with some $2 billion businesses, hundreds of millions of dollars of business, and some nascent pre-revenue businesses. The way you behave in terms of the investment you make to your technology should be very different depending on what type of business and at what level you are. If you are a nascent business, there are many ways for you to harness analytics, powerful ones even, in order to begin scaling your business. If you are already a 100 million plus business, you should be looking very carefully at the quantity of data that you need to organize, and perhaps even building your own client data platform or your own entire ecosystem for data. And people like Hill & Company can help you, and certainly many people can, but don't penny pinch and be penny wise and pound foolish if you are a big business dependent or with a great opportunity to harness the power of data. I talked about how much we have to listen to our consumers right now because their behavior is changing at a faster pace than we can predict or anticipate. And what I realized from a couple of comments and notes that I've gotten over the course of the past couple of days is that when I say listen, in my mind, I think watch your analytics. Those pixels are installed to tell you who's coming from Facebook, to tell you who's coming from Instagram, who's coming from LinkedIn. Listen to them. That's them telling you where they consume information, where they research about you. So I just wanted to make this clarification. When I'm talking about listen to your consumer, listen to your buyer, I'm not just talking about that one meeting that you have every month when you show them your stones. I'm talking also about listening to what they're doing via your analytics. And I want to make that clarification and have you guys all take a pop over to your analytics today and see what your clients and your buyers are doing, and listen to where they're coming from, and make sure you're showing up there. Team management is something that can easily be overlooked, especially if you are in the throes of scaling your business, because you're growing a little bit more rapidly than you have capacity to serve, and you are trying to stay just ahead of it, but no doubt that you probably run out of time for many things, and team management can often be one of those things. So avoid this at all costs. Try to make the time to keep your team in the loop of the rapid changes that are happening so that they can know what's coming, and don't feel like by the time you're talking to them, you're already talking to them about something that's already overdue. Too many times people go, oh wow, that's a great email service provider, I'm gonna use that, let me plug it in, hook it up, learn all about it. Or yes, that social media manager is really gonna do what I need done, I'm gonna just plug her in to hook her up and pay the money. No. What is your goal? Are you trying to increase membership engagement? Are you trying to increase sales? Are you trying to increase brand awareness because nobody's ever heard of you before? Stop and think about your goals before you decide what tools you need in order to dig the hole. If you're not actually digging a hole, you don't need a shovel. You need something different. So think about your goals before you think about your tools. You do not have to be all things to all people, and you should not try to be, whether you're B2B or B2C. You should stick to what you know, and you should surround yourself with people who have success at what you don't know, or a track record of understanding how to do what you don't know how to do, so that you round out your team. And certainly, if you can educate yourself in what you don't know as you go along working with these people, you may even find time to eventually find certification or expertise or skill set in that very thing that you were relying on your employees or colleagues or consultants for. But make sure that you dive in deep on the things that you're strong with and stand on the shoulders of giants for the things that you're not. Talk to you supporting businesses. Maybe you're not selling diamonds or jewelry or gemstones. Maybe you are a software business that's supporting the gemstone industry, or maybe you are some sort of trading platform, or maybe you are in the publication business. Every single business vertical has been affected by COVID and had already been on the trajectory that if you do not learn how to show up for clients and customers in a digital footprint, you are losing business to your competitors. So you cannot just print a magazine and put it out there and collect your advertising fees and your subscriptions. You have to think smart and long about what is the right message for the right audience and what is the right time to give it to them and where. So you have to learn your target audience and where they collect information, where they're spending time online long before they're thinking of taking a look at your publication and your fabulous content. A lot of people over the course of the last year have realized they'd have to up their game online. I really want to encourage you to ask yourself why and what you're doing with your website that needs to be upgraded and the purpose behind it. Because I see many of our clients coming to us and saying, I want to do X, Y, and Z just because they see other people doing it. You want to make sure that you're doing what you're doing to achieve a particular goal that underpins your business goals. And then you have to implement the things that are going to make you successful. Don't just do anything because you see other people are doing it. Ask yourself what you want your website to achieve for you and then do that. You are the expert at your business. Even if you feel lost, even if you feel like you're not quite sure what's going wrong or why, even if you reach out to seek expert help, you are still the expert at your business. You've lived it, eaten it, slept it, breathed it for months, weeks, years, decades. So any expert that you bring in is going to help you use all that expertise and figure out how to harness it and point your ammunition in the right direction. But don't ever let go of the fact that you are the expert at your business and you are the person to assess who is going to be in the best position to help you, no matter how lost you feel.